Well, welcome to creating a board game with the GameCrafter.com. The name of the game is Last Vestige. And what we will cover, I'm going to introduce you to the GameCrafter. I'm going to display some of the artwork, introduce you to the developer's API, and upload graphics to show the creating of a zombie deck. So this here is the GameCrafter. This is the tool I will be demonstrating how we're going about building this board game. I love building things. I love building websites. I love architecting. I like learning about all these different technologies. And the GameCrafter has been out there for some time, and now I'm helping to facilitate the building of a game. I've made a few little cards and stuff on the GameCrafter, but this will be my first time really getting into constructing or assisting in the constructing of a game through GameCrafter. So, a project was brought to my attention called The Last Vestige, and the game designer's name is Shay. And so a lot of the artwork that you're seeing here is only to get a prototype out, and I want to walk you through how assembling the artworks created by this artist as part of her game design strategy, how you can use the GameCrafter to facilitate that. I'm starting to think of Nerdhouse Geeks as the creators network. We just create things. So what we have here is the prototype game board. Again, we'll have Shay get in here and talk about all of the graphic design components. I'm mostly involved with assembling the game and making sure that the right components are created. This is her design for the game: the hospital, the hidden library, the wasteland, the forge, and the chem labs. And I'm just going to mostly focus on how this stuff is uploaded to GameCrafters, and then you start creating said board game, and then at some point you hit publish, and then they send you the original, like the prototype, so you can start really seeing what the print looks like and all that good stuff. Okay, now in the creation of this board game, she came up with these types of cards. So we're going to click into them, and so this part I'm focused on today is uploading the components, but this artwork is crazy good. Now this project has already begun and being incrementally assembled. And so when you get a free account at the GameCrafters, you go into games. This particular game we're working on is called The Last Vestige. So I'm just getting right to it. And I've already uploaded the game board. So you remember this image. So we'll click on it. And it gave me the options. I've already had this approved because we're creating a prototype. And then here, this is the board already uploaded. And then here is just the back of the board. So now I'm going to just work through, because that's already done, just to get you caught up to where I'm at. And the way that was done was by downloading a template. We went with PNG. Okay. So you would download this template, and the instructions will tell you where your content has to exist within this blue line. This is all spillover stuff. And you'll download it and edit in your whatever your graphic tool is. That's going to be taken care of by Shay. Shay will deal with the explaining of that. But I just wanted to give you some idea of what's going on and why I really enjoyed um, working and using the GameCrafter. And, eventually I'll see what the end result is when we create our first prototype. But here are all the options you could use as long as you stay within that outline. Beautiful vestige. We'll go back here. And now I'm in the middle of creating decks. So I'm going to go here and select products. Let me open that up in a new window. Okay. And when the game, we sat down and discussed all of this. Originally, we selected the poker deck, but these creators, they change their mind whenever. The artist, decided to go with the bridge deck. Okay, that means she went here, clicked on this, download the appropriate PNG file, which I'm just going to open up here so we can view it, and then created the content for the cards that you saw earlier within this area here. So this is not the finished product. We're just prototyping, probably get some gameplay going, and get some sort of feedback and go from there. So just getting you all caught up on where we're at here. So where I'm at here. I'll leave this other window. All right. So let's go ahead, and when I hit add component, it selected a bridge deck. It gave me this is the screen I'm on right now. So I'm getting ready to add a card, which would be those images that I showed you, and we'll start from there. Now, of course, this isn't all board game magic and stuff like that. Right here they have API keys, and that's kind of where the programming part comes into it. We will interact with this API and just see what cool things we can do. We have a business purpose for it, but I'm going to try to integrate that programming into this. So, it amplifies where software development is going, and learning how to manipulate APIs and utilize them responsibly. That's important too. This is about making board games. Yet we're going to be able to interact with their shopping cart, and let's be very clear. I'm still unclear with everything, so it's still part of a research project for me. But I think that's the good thing about having my own channel. I can take you on any adventure I want to, and this is one of those adventures that I'm like, oh, that's exciting. I'm going to try that, and I'm going to put that on my channel. So a lot of this is artsy stuff. I'm not an artist, but it's going to be interesting when we're studying this process here and how we can get things done. So that's where the programmer's touch comes to it. Because this is the future. This isn't the future. This is the now and more to come in the future. So while I mentioned the API, this is the introduction to the Wing API. This is the API for the GameCrafters. The Wing API is a RESTful protocol developed by Plain Black Corporation, designed to make web service easy to use, easy to implement, easy to wrap in a software layer, and most important, maintain absolute consistency. So I'm not going to really get into it because I'm pretty much researching it as I go along the way. But I'm interested in let's parse. So this the Commerce API, this section right here. So that's kind of just to get into more of the stuff that's, commerce and shipment and, exploring the cart, you know, what capabilities and possibilities we have there. Um, this looked like assembling the game components. You can probably have your front end application kind of interact with the back end, and I'm not into that. I don't mind using the GameCrafter itself, but I could see a need for it. But definitely the cart and receipt and shipment as part of an e-commerce solution. So yeah, there you go. So naturally assuming all the images are going to automatically download here, let's go ahead and start downloading these beauties. Oops, sorry. Download. Ugh, you're gonna. How about you download and not give me a preview every time? So I'll go ahead and download these. I was not really looking forward to seeing every one that I download. Oh my goodness. That would be torturous. So I'll go ahead and download all of these and then continue the recording. Okay. I'm gonna add a component. And what we've decided is cards. Add to game. So we're gonna call this the zombie. I'm not sure what happened to me right there. I managed to press the wrong key somehow. This is the zombie bridge deck. And the first thing they would want us to upload here is the background card. So we'll just slide that over here. That's the background to all the cards. Beautiful work. All right. Although we don't get into our programmer magic until we're ready for it, I'm gonna go ahead and let's go and click here. So that's the card we uploaded. So the rest of these becomes part of our list, and we add those all in. And so we get the magic. This will be the back card. This will be the back of the card for all these quantities. Now the last thing I was told that for each one of these, we're gonna want 4. Yes. And because this is a prototype, you know, we're gonna have to do some gameplay, order it up around. Nerdhouse Geeks is gonna be the interface in which we try to market and sell this stuff. The actual website that is under construction, that isn't done. That is also on my to-do list. Okay. So the GameCrafter has really good instructional videos on YouTube about how this is all set up. So let's scroll. What is this here? That's the back. And this is okay. Now, well, I'm really not the one to name all of this stuff. Okay. So what will happen is Shay will come through, the artist will come through and go through this approval process where she clicks on it and says, okay, I approve. And I'm not going to continue proofing. She's going to do all of that. And I say, done. But then this will stop showing that it's being proofed already, has been proofed. And as you can see here, needs to be proofed. And she'll go through all of this. Make sure this number is right. So, like I said, I'm assisting in it. Ultimately, the job is to get to that API and integrate it with the cart in the website. And man, do I have nice projects in the fire. Anyway, I thought it would be interesting to at least share this much with you. And as we progress, I will let you know how Last Vestige is going, assuming that's the final name of the product, Thank you for following this far. Hey, yo! 2021 has begun. Thank you so very much for watching these videos. Like and subscribe if you want to. I appreciate every way you support. Have a lovely day, night, just depending on what time it is in your part of the world.
I think I could win it.
I doubt it. No, I got it. I got one.
You got it?
Yeah. But once you think in terms of that configuration, and that reflects what I am, a freaking genius.